guys, it's Kasey here, back with another video. Today is another Murder Monday. I'm filming today on Monday. It might be posted today or tomorrow. We'll see with uploading time. Today we'll be discussing the Elisa Lam case in Los Angeles from 2013. Even though it was 5 years ago, I just discovered this case again, and I remember watching the elevator video, as I'm sure some of you have, and I decided to dive further into the case and what the police have found. Here's the video. Elisa Lam was a Canadian college student staying in Los Angeles, California in February of 2013. Elisa was last seen alive January 31st at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. So she disappeared on the 31st and was missing for a few weeks until the police reported it a few weeks later. She failed to check out of the hotel in February of 2013. On the 14th, the police released footage to the public from one of the elevators that Elisa was last seen in. The footage recalled some very unusual behavior. It shows Lam possibly interacting with someone outside the elevator as she pokes her head in and out. When she first enters the elevator, she starts pressing multiple buttons. She sticks her head in and out of the elevator, checking to see if someone's either following her. It looks like someone may be chasing her by the way that her behaviors show, like she's hiding from someone. She even retreats into a corner as if not to be seen from someone from the outside. Then she leaves the elevator slowly, stepping out and sidestepping into the hallway, and that is the last time Elisa Lam was ever seen alive again. So the odd thing about this footage is it goes on for at least 4 minutes, and during the time that Elisa is in the elevator, the doors never close. They are open the entire time. Even after she has pressed multiple buttons, the elevator should be going to a floor. So one possible theory, which I'll get to at the end, but one possible theory is someone is in the hallway by pressing the elevator open many times, because the elevator never seems to close, and that's very unusual for an elevator. Another odd thing about this video is the timestamp located at the bottom. Many videos that were released, the timestamp at the bottom was blurred out, but for one of them, the police shows that a few minutes have been cut out of the video from certain parts, so the public doesn't see the whole video. We don't know the whole story about what happened. So 5 days after this video was released, guests of the Cecil Hotel started reporting that they had bad water pressure and the water tasted funny. This prompted maintenance workers and employees to check out the water tanks located on the roof of the hotel. Maintenance workers inspected the tanks located on the roof, and they found Elisa's body in the 4th tank on the roof. In June, the coroner's office confirmed that Lam's death was accidental and she had severe bipolar disorder. Now we're going to dive into some of the theories behind Lam's death. Elisa had bipolar disorder stated by her parents and concluded by the coroner's office when they had a toxicology report. She had many bipolar medications inside of her, and after many doctors' reports, she had severe bipolar disorder and could have altered her way of thinking. She could have been going through one of her episodes. One piece of evidence is when she moves her hands inside the elevator. The way she moves her hands in front of her face and creating very large gestures, acting scared, is one sign of a bipolar mania attack. After this manic episode inside of the elevator, she could have made her way onto the roof and thought it was a good idea to dive into one of the tanks. The way that her clothes were not on her body when she was found could also suggest that it was part of this attack because it can create her to do unusual things. So, some background on the Cecil Hotel. The Cecil Hotel had history with 2 serial killers staying in the hotel, one being Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and Jack Unterweger, who also stayed in the hotel. In the 50s and 60s, the hotel was known for people jumping off the high-story buildings, falling to their death from suicide, or being thrown. Many people believe because of these incidences that now the hotel is haunted from their spirits and ghosts roam the halls. Many people believe the hotel's haunted, and because of this, they think that Elisa may have been possessed or heard ghost spirits, and it made her or encouraged her to do what she did. We will never know for sure. Another aspect of this case is how her clothes were found floating along with her in one of the tanks. Her clothes were found with her, floating around her, along with her shoes, which is kind of weird because you would think if she were to to go into the tank, she would take off her shoes before climbing in. Another part of this case is the water tank lid was very heavy and would have been very difficult for her to get in the water tank, be floating in the water tank, and pulling the lid on top of her. It was even hard for a maintenance worker to get the lid off, so he was also outside of the water tank, so imagine being inside and pulling it on top of you. So this piece of evidence can also point to maybe a murder occurring for this case, but there were no marks indicating on her body that there were struggles or that anyone had to do with this crime. Another piece of evidence, and the last, is only the maintenance workers and employees of the hotel had access keys to the roof, as well as the whereabouts around the hotel. So they are the only ones that would easily be able to get onto the roof and access to the water tanks. They would also know where the cameras were positioned in the elevator so they would not be seen. They could have been the ones pushing the up and down outside the elevator to keep the doors open and maybe killed Elisa. But there is no motive behind this theory, and all of the employees were checked out and they had lie detector tests. So this theory is pretty much ruled out. Thank you guys for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Remember to come back every Monday for another Murder Monday. Please subscribe below, and remember, lock your doors and don't talk to strangers. Have a fantastic day.
Can you come back, please? And be serious?
Oh my god, you're not drawing.
Can I zoom in really fast? Your necklace?
Mom's necklace.
My necklace.
Okay.
But how will I know if you're in focus? It doesn't look like you're in focus right now. You look blurry. Just go. They tasted her in the water. This is like Lisa.
It's bad.
They were drinking her.
Yeah, but they found out afterwards it wasn't toxic. Like, it was fine. Even though it's gross, it was okay. Murder case in Los Angeles. I was doing so good.
I have the giggles.